Hello, my name is Lynn Walsh. I'm a rapid transformational therapist, a hypnotherapist, and a mindset coach. And I'm super excited you decided to join me today to learn how to beat your anxiety, to stop self-sabotaging your diet and your relationships, and my top 3 secrets you have to learn to achieve the healthy body and the genuine relationships that you desire most without the yo-yo diets or the years in therapy. So let's get started. So today's presentation, I'm going to focus on my top 3 secrets on overcoming anxiety and self-sabotage. So secret number 1, this is a secret that I see in so many of my clients, is how to release the need to control. This shows up so often. We need to, with anxiety, you feel like you need to control everything and everyone. So we're going to learn how to release that need without anxiety medication or avoiding the people or places that trigger us most. So the second secret we're going to focus on today is how to stop self-sabotaging your diet. So this comes up all the time in my weight loss clients. They lose weight, they get to where they want to be, and then they self-sabotage back to where they started to begin with. So this is super frustrating for them. So we're going to learn how to stop doing that and using your body image as the reason for disconnection in your relationships. So I'm sure many of you can relate to not wanting to get close with people or not wanting to go to parties because you're not feeling confident in your body. So we're going to learn how to do this without the yo-yo diets or years of therapy. And then our last secret number 3, is how to feel safe, supported, and appreciated for who you are, not what you do to please other people. So I'm super excited to share this with all of you, and let's dive right in. So would it be worth it to you if you could wake up every day feeling calm, content, and confident that no matter what happened during your day, you'd feel safe, seen, heard, supported, and appreciated? You wouldn't waste time or another minute of your life focused on anxiety or hoping that this next diet would be the answer to your confidence and body image issues. This program is for high-performing professionals ready to take back their power, find their inner joy, and enjoy life again, to know that they are worthy of achieving their ideal health and relationship goals, to stop chasing approval and feel open to trust, and feel safe to be seen, loved, and valued for who they are, not what they do. So if you are not willing to do the inner work or change, this program is not for you. Today, I'm going to show you that anxiety is not genetic and not a life sentence that you have to cope with, that your ideal body and relationship is available and attainable, and that it won't take years of therapy or hours at the gym or dieting to achieve this goal. So what makes this program different? By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what makes rapid transformational therapy completely different from traditional therapy. You're going to learn how this program has produced fast, powerful, permanent results in my clients. And you are going to learn and understand that there is proof that your issues are not lifelong sentences and that change is available to you. So my name is Lynn Walsh. Again, I'm a rapid transformational therapist, a hypnotherapist, and mindset coach. I personally have fully recovered from a long battle with anxiety, IBS, insomnia, and shopping addiction. I healed from 15 years of multiple emotionally destructive relationships, including a divorce, and I'm now in a very happy, loving marriage with positive communication and a healthy support system. I overcame the need to do what was expected of me, to please others, to finally leave the corporate world and follow my heart and listen to my inner voice to live my life with intention. So I quickly want to share a testimonial from one of my clients. Her name was Elizabeth, and she had originally came to me for weight release and chronic low back pain. So Elizabeth was a mother, a wife, she was a partner in a law firm, so very busy, had years and years of issues with this chronic low back pain. She had tried physical therapy, chiropractors, steroids, all types of stuff. And it seemed that every time things were going really well for her in her life, this chronic low back pain would flare up and keep her stuck. So throughout our session together, we were able to uncover a lot of beliefs and patterns tied to a lack of support, that nothing good lasts. And since working together, she has completely stepped out into herself, being so much more confident. She's been recognized throughout work in different leadership roles, been featured in the paper. She's cooking, baking, singing, doing all types of stuff in her community. And I actually have a full-length video testimonial with her on my YouTube site. So if you want to get more information about Elizabeth and her chronic back pain, chronic pain story, please check out my YouTube video. It's an amazing story and testament to how chronic pain manifests in beliefs tied with self-sabotage. So I have to preface this and just say that results are not typical. I'm going to walk you through specific things about how I work with my clients and my expertise on how to overcome anxiety and self-sabotage to achieve the body and relationships you desire most without years of therapy. However, my client results are certainly not typical, and the average person who takes absolutely no action will get zero results. However, today I'm going to show you, and I'm happy to show you, how I've helped my clients to do this absolutely free. So this webinar will not be the answer to all your problems, but it will give you the insight you need to finally overcome the obstacles keeping you stuck and unhappy. So the type of clients I typically work with struggle with anxiety. They're always feeling the need to control everyone and everything around them. They're constantly overanalyzing, worried about what people think about every little thing they do in their life. They doubt themselves, they're suspicious of others' intentions, they're triggered by their relationships, they feel unsupported, unappreciated, unseen, and misunderstood. They desire connection, but they use their body image as an excuse to avoid intimacy, and they battle with self-sabotage in their health and happiness. So if this is you, this program is customized just for your needs. So secret number 1, how to release the need to control everything and everyone around you without anxiety medication or avoiding the people and places that you love but trigger you the most. So our subconscious mind controls 90% of all of our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and actions. The subconscious mind is where all of our emotions lie. Our conscious mind is our logic, subconscious is emotion. So you can see that 90% of everything you do during the day has nothing to do with logical behavior. Anxiety is not genetic, however, it is acquired from your childhood environment. So we acquire our belief system from our parents, from our emotional environment at home. The mind is always staying with what's familiar. It likes to relive old patterns because it believes that if you're staying in the same patterns that you've always lived in, the same belief system you've always lived in, that is what's going to keep you alive. So as children, we acquire these emotional addictions, such as being anxious, on edge, feeling like the ball's always about to drop. And even though those emotions aren't good, they actually feel safe to us because that's what our brain knows. So when I work with clients with anxiety, they often have subconscious beliefs tied to I'm not good enough, my life is hard, it's always a struggle, my value is tied to what I do versus who I am. This is very common in the achiever personality style. They feel unsupported and that they have to do it all, handle it all, carry the burden, have the responsibility, all on their own. So they're constantly overworking, overtired, overstressed. Their mind's always racing because they have such a strong belief tied to performance in their outcomes. And anxiety is so often tied to the need to control, this obsession with controlling everything and everyone around them. So uncovering that these primary beliefs, we uncover these in a session and talk through really understanding that the mind is simply caught up on an old loop. We release that old loop, we program in positive behaviors that are much more effective and much more efficient and what the client really desires, and then they no longer feel this old anxious trigger of obsessively trying to control everything and everyone around them. And we're able to make more positive emotions such as feeling stable and calm and relaxed and trusting and supported familiar to them. So Julie had come to me with really bad anxiety and she wanted help with her soda addiction. She said she had tried so many different things over the years, traditional therapy, all types of diets, and nothing had worked for her. She felt like she was constantly in fear, like the traditional mom fears about safety, checking the lights, worried about her baby getting hurt. She had a constant feeling of a lack of self-trust, low confidence, and the feeling that she couldn't cope with anything conflict or oriented, especially in terms of health issues. During our session, we uncovered the beliefs that she makes bad choices, that she had this all these subconscious childhood memories that she thought she could hurt someone. She didn't think she was a good person or couldn't trust herself. So during our session, we were able to release those beliefs because those beliefs were not real. They were childhood beliefs that did not serve any sort of role, function, and purpose in her life. We were able to install beliefs about confidence, positivity, her ability to cope, that she was a great mom, and then now today she is so confident. She's doing so much better with her anxiety. She's happy, pregnant with her second child, and she has not touched soda one time since our session, and we only had one session on that. So she's really done amazing things, and I'm so proud of where she has come. So secret number 2, how to stop self-sabotaging your diet, your weight loss, and using your body as the reason for disconnection in your intimate relationships. This is not just intimate relationships, guys. I see this show up all the time in women that come to me for weight loss or binge eating, and they're constantly talking about how they distance themselves from their kids. They don't want to take pictures. They don't want to go out with their girlfriends because they're not feeling confident in their body. And every time they make progress, they backslide and self-sabotage themselves again. So why is this pattern so prevalent? It all comes back to the fact that our mind can only see things in black or white, pain or pleasure. Our mind is wired every single experience we have to either being good or bad, but it primarily cares more about keeping us away from pain than it does about making us happy. So self-sabotage with weight is almost always tied to the need for protection. So if something triggers them to not feel safe, not feel loved, not feel recognized, then they run to food because that makes them feel safe or cozy or happy. Think about it. When you're children, you're constantly being rewarded with food. Oh, you went on the potty. Oh, family dinners. Everything that we feel the most loved is tied to food. So it's our job then to go back and rewire those connections to say, food isn't the only thing that makes me happy. Lots of other things make me happy. So food actually makes me sad or makes me feel guilty or shameful whenever I'm indulging in it in an unhealthy way. Many of the emotional patterns or addictions that I see in these types of clients are childhood scenes tied to not feeling lovable, not feeling safe, not feeling protected, this constant feeling of being on edge, guilt and shame around your body, or not worthy of love. So the subconscious beliefs that come out a lot with this is that nothing works out for them, so they don't want to bother or even hope or try. that relationships aren't safe, that intimacy actually triggers them to feel vulnerable, and then they immediately want to self-sabotage so that they can feel disconnected, because disconnection actually makes them feel more safe because that's what they know. And that they often put other people above themselves, so they feel that it's their job to make other people happy, that they're not worthy of happiness. So we talk through the fact that it's not possible to make anyone else happy on the planet. You can only make yourself happy. So this triggers patterns of failure, making that belief more real to them. So their relationships actually mimic their own inner critic. And this is so often seen in women, is that we are our own worst enemy, that we treat ourselves and speak to ourselves so much more cruel than we would ever speak to anyone else. So during our session, we really upgrade their inner child and teach them how to praise themselves and love themselves so that they no longer feel the need to get that type of praise or attention from outside of themselves. They really take their power back. So this pattern was really seen in one of my clients, and she was such a joy to work with. She had originally come to me with weight release and the desire to have healthier relationships with the workplace, with family members, with herself, confidence. When she first arrived, she felt like she was always self-sabotaging her weight loss. She would make progress, then backslide, progress, then backslide. She really wanted to work on her success and happiness in her personal relationships. She was currently feeling unsupported, criticized, and always defensive. If anybody asked her anything, she was feeling this trigger of defense, which is very common. During our time together, we uncovered subconscious beliefs tied to not feeling lovable, not being worthy of happiness, not feeling safe in her relationships, not worthy of protection, and a lot of guilt and shame, like patterns and loops of guilt and shame tied with her parents and different people in her lives, and this constant obligation to please others over supporting herself. So after we reframed those beliefs, released those old beliefs that were no longer serving her, and programmed in patterns that were much healthier, she was able to feel confident again as a mother in the workplace. Her career took off even more so. She was able to establish healthy boundaries with her family and have so much more success in her personal life overall. So I'm so proud of how far she's come and all the hard work she's put into herself. It's really been amazing to watch her bloom. So secret number 3, how to feel safe, supported, and appreciated for who you are, not what you do, to meet others' expectations of you. So to understand how to overcome this secret, we really have to look back to how these beliefs are acquired. So as children, we have a few primary needs. So we need to feel that there is always food and shelter available to us. We need to feel safe and protected. And we also really, truly need to feel loved and significant. So if there's something that happens in our childhood, even if it's a 30-second moment, and we feel that those things are not available to us, food, shelter, safety, or love, our mind will trigger into a survival role. So the survival roles include being the achiever, the caregiver, the sick one, or the difficult or rebellious one. And these go back to all of our tribal roots. So once that triggers in our brain, we end up kind of feeding into that pattern or loop and basically playing that role and owning it throughout our life. So we play that role, it becomes our own, and then as adults, it's our job to recognize, is this role serving me or is it actually causing me more problems? And then we have to decide to change and give ourselves a new role that serves our wants and desires more. So I primarily work with the achiever personality style, and these personality styles can kind of cross over with each other. So a lot of times people are achievers with caregiver or achiever with a little bit of rebellious in them, but they all seem to have the same patterns of the same emotional addiction of having to achieve to please other people. So they feel the most love and recognition when they're doing. So a lot of times they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're sales reps, they're very action-driven people. And their limiting beliefs, their subconscious beliefs, are often rooted that it's their job to fix, to please others, to do and achieve all the time. So this leads to a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of insomnia and pressure. They feel this overwhelming burden of responsibility. They're often the leaders in their family, and they're unable to enjoy life because they fill up their lives with so much busyness and there's so much time scarcity there. They feel unsupported, that they have to do everything on their own. And then a lot of times they have this root belief that they are not good enough. They feel this constant need to compete and perform and do more, and basically an overwhelming need to earn love. So what we focus on in our work together is teaching them and creating positive patterns that show them that they don't have to earn love, that they are lovable just as they are, for who they are, that nothing that they could ever do or not do would make them any more or less lovable. We remove the anxiety trigger out of the subconscious mind, and then we put positive patterns of behavior, positive roles that serve their wants and desires much more effectively. So this showed up in one of my clients named Chris. She was a lawyer, and she had originally come to me for help with motivation, procrastination, weight loss. So every day she was waking up feeling like she was always hitting the snooze button. She wasn't prioritizing exercising. If she did start to exercise, she would self-sabotage. She had this big goal of writing a book and finishing multiple household projects. But every day, her behavior was showing up as being very avoidant, playing games on her phone. So during our session, we uncovered a clear pattern, subconscious pattern of every time things would start going right for her, then she got punished in one way for another. So she had these beliefs that she had to do it all, carry all the responsibility, so much burden on her back that she never really got to enjoy anything or have fun. So why bother? And she really felt she had a high achiever personality style, and she felt that people only valued her for what she did for them or what she achieved or how she made them look good versus being seen for who she really was. So we were able to release all those beliefs, reframe them, rewire them, and now she is feeling like she can show up for herself. She wakes up early, she gets out of bed, she's exercising, she's productive and able to really enjoy the life that she's created for herself. So let me ask you a question. I want you to close your eyes for just a minute, and I want you to imagine this, that you wake up every day feeling calm, content, and confident that no matter what happens during your day, you can handle it. You won't waste another minute of your life focused on your anxiety or the need to please others, or to do what's expected of you versus what makes you happy. You finally feel loved for just being you. You're confident and you love your body. You trust that you always show up for yourself and you make the right choices. You feel safe, seen, heard, supported, respected, and appreciated in all of your relationships with friends, family, significant others. You know that you create healthy boundaries where needed that serve your highest and best self. You're finally living with intention. You're able to finally put your guard down and enjoy the beautiful life that you've built. So what makes this program different? Now you know, based on our slideshow, that RTT works directly with the subconscious mind. We address the root cause of the issue, removing any old triggers and reprogramming positive wants and desires, making those unfamiliar beliefs familiar. I've shown you multiple client testimonials based on the success of this program, and you can go in feeling confident that this is exactly what you need. So now that you know my 3 best secrets, obviously I cannot review every single thing in such a short webinar. But today I do have a special offer so that you can get everything you need to know. If you act fast, I'm opening my calendar to offer you a free 45-minute strategy call with me. So who is this strategy call for? This call is really designed for motivated and ready individuals ready to overcome anxiety and take back control of their lives and health. They have to be coachable and committed to change and can follow instructions. Who this strategy call is not for is someone who's not looking or ready to commit to change. They're not ready to invest time or money into themselves. It's just someone looking for a quick fix or something to do or someone to blame, or someone with bad behavior, a bad attitude, or enjoys being the victim in their own life. So what is a strategy call? Basically, the strategy calls are designed, they're a free 45-minute call with me where I find out exactly what's happening in your life, how your problem is affecting you, and seeing if I'm the right fit to help you with this problem. We're going to take a deep dive into your problem, and I'll personally design an outcome-driven program to help you overcome your specific issue. Your strategy call with me will be the most important step for you to finally overcome your anxiety and self-sabotaging behaviors and have the life that you desire most. So here are just a couple more testimonials. I have these all over my Instagram, my Facebook page, my Google. Please take a look and spend some time reading through all of these. And if you're ready to love your body, love your mind, to feel safe and supported in your relationships, I'm opening my calendar for the next 14 days to book these strategy calls. I only have room for 10 people. Once these spots have been filled, this offer will be taken away. So please don't hesitate if you feel you're ready for real lasting change and to overcome your anxiety and self-sabotaging beliefs for good. Please book your clarity call today and fill in the survey. For more information about RTT, please visit my website or follow me at amylynnwalsh.mindset, and be sure to sign up for our email list so you can be in the know about any upcoming events or client testimonials. Thank you again so much for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great day.